And we're back. Okay, let's continue. Pauline, a soldier's breakfast. Pauline at Gabino's Bower needs an adventurer to cull the growing anole population, as well as gather one of the Scalekin's eggs. I hesitate to make such a dangerous request, but might you assist us in thinning the number of anoles on Naked Rock? Excuse me. In our efforts to commune with the elementals, we conjurers often find ourselves in their area. Of late, however, our meditations have all too frequently been interrupted by unprovoked anole attacks. Truly the beasts grow more aggressive by the day. Their numbers have continued to grow since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era, you see, forcing packs of the Scalekin to come down from the mountains in search of food. If you could slay a handful of the beasts, that should lessen their need to hunt and also serve as a warning to the anoles to remain within their territory. But I'm afraid you must do more than thin the existing population. If we are to truly break this spiraling growth, then we must also target their future offspring. Bring me one of their eggs, and you will have played your part in returning balance to this area of the forest. Alright. So pretty common fare for the start of an RPG. Sort of minor tasks to get you acquainted. How many do I have to kill? 3. 1. 2. Nature's natural enemy. 3. And unfortunately 4. And now we have to find an egg. There's one right now. My guess is that the mother of this egg is going to be none too pleased. Oh, no additional encounter here. Alright, Durandal, let's go. Ah, you've returned. Now might my brothers and sisters continue their meditations undisturbed. You have my thanks. As for the egg, may I ask you to deliver it to Sub-Kamazon at the Bannock? Anole eggs are both large and filled with nutrients. A perfect meal for a soldier. She'll be more than a little pleased to see you, I should imagine. Sub-Kamazon. Which I believe is, I'm not gonna ride that behemoth. I want to ride the company chocobo. I should just replace that on my bar. For the time being. As I recall, getting up here. A little circuitous before you float. Where are you? Who goes there? Oh, Graff, it's you. Another delivery? This melon-sized egg of the violent scalekin known as the anole is still slightly warm. I'm not certain I should be the one to... By Nothica, that's an anole egg. The troops will be glad indeed to see one of these at the table. And you say Hera Pauline sent you on this errand? I hear the anoles are more numerous than ever, yet you appear to have managed the task with your skin intact. Your skill and bravery continue to amaze me, Graff. I'm skilled and brave. Go, Grandpa, go. Graff, thank the gods you've come. We have a potential crisis on our hands, and I would appreciate your assistance. Will you hear me out? Spirit hold broken. Galfred, chief instructor at the Bannock, would entrust you with the task of investigating spirit. Listen well, for we haven't much time. To the southeast of here lies a dungeon known as Spirit Hold. It was all but destroyed during the calamity. Desiring to offer the ruins back to the forest, a hero ventured inside to carry out the rite of returning. Alas, it would seem something has gone awry. Word arrived just moments ago that the hero and his guards have been attacked by a towering shadow. Ah, you heard me true, a shadow. On any other day, I would dispatch my best quivermen to provide support, but I sent them to repel an Ixali incursion in the West Shroud near Belago. timing of these events cannot be a mere coincidence. I fear the Ixals somehow caught wind of our plans, and are attempting to disrupt the rite in an effort to weaken the bond between man and elemental. They must not be allowed to succeed, and so I bid you go to Spirit Hold and do whatever is necessary to resolve the situation. Please, say you will help us. Of course. I knew you wouldn't let me down. You will have all the support I can muster. Now, we are racing against time, so you had best make haste. Ba 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 ba. Let's go. So to where? Spirit Void is over in this direction. Across the river. Ooh. Side of this fucking flies. Alright, Alistan. Who goes there? An adventurer, is it? You're at Instructor Galfred's request, you say? Thank the matron. Doubtless you already know this, but a towering shadow manifested without warning and attacked a hero in the midst of the rite. Most of his party has been successfully evacuated, but 5 remain unaccounted for. Please find them and see them out of harm's way. You got it! Grandpa to the rescue! A great shadow towering over me. What in the 12's good grace? An adventurer! Please, you must save the hero. Galfred sent you? Oh, it's a lady. I am no longer of use here. Pray help the hero in my stead. Overwrought Wood Whaler. Away, vile fiend, away I say, I defy you! I defy you! Oh, adventurer. We were ambushed in the midst of the ritual, and then, I'm not sure what happened. Off he goes. He's fine. He'll be fine. I like it. It's the least canon, for sure. You were sent to help. I fear you are too late. The ritual has failed. I must needs return to Gridania. The seed seers must know of this. Must needs! Yeah, she's doing sleep. Confused conjurer. Hey. That thing was no elemental, but a being born of darkness. The hero language is alone in the depths. You must help him! Sing from level 13. Dick. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. Who said that? Emote combo. Ah! Oh right, I don't have my ranged pull. Defiance! Bam! I do have my tank stance though. You're strong, but are you strong enough to withstand this? Yes? Get fucked. Impossible. Never has the golem been so sorely tested. It's going good, Weirs. The golem could be vanquished. That Man is no ordinary adventurer. Who said that? You guys were a little late. Damnation! He has eluded us yet again! Oh, fancy meeting you here. How are things? Not great. Oh, God. Oh. Fucking head. So this, I believe, is this a flashback to 5 years ago? It might be. This might be a flashback to 1.0. Whatever are you? Shh, more birds. This makes it how many times today? 7? Their movements are beyond our fathoming. You think maybe they're trying to summon the primal? I hope not, for all our sakes. Yet we must be prepared for the worst. No, they don't have that kind of relationship. With it, the same fate has befallen Emerald Moss. Yup, yeah, this is a 1.0 flashback. Because as we feared, Donald's anomaly is affecting life in the Twelveswood. You mean the disturbance in the etheric flow? The very same. The Guardians have a lot to answer for. The imbalance they have created is plunging the land into chaos, just as Lewis forewarned. It's no wonder the primals have started appearing. Time is against us, but there is still hope for the land. We must hold fast to that hope and fight to the very last. Agreed. Ah! The fucking... I'm sorry, that kills me. The visor over her mask. Stupid things. These stupid things happen to be the very latest in Charlian innovation. Show some respect. But they're so uncomfortable and ugly. If you ask me, they're an improvement over that mask of yours. Hard to believe it's already been 5 whole years, isn't it? So I guess this is now 5 years later. Already? 5 years is but a heartbeat in the life of the planet. I suppose you're right. Now that I think about it, the Twelveswood's barely recovered at all, and the Gridanians still have the same old problems. Aye, along with some new ones. Just in case the Ixal and Garuda weren't troublesome enough, the Sylphs had to go and advise Ramu, didn't they? Do you ever think about those adventurers who fought alongside us? I do. And then 5 years seems like ages. I wonder what became of them. Ada, look. Oh! Golly! And this is what exactly? Yet another disturbance of the ether, and freshly manifested at that. It seems to be emanating from Lifebent's stump. We must hurry. Yeah. Graff probably wouldn't do well in Charlian either. Anna's an Archon. So was her wife. Crux's character. They're like expert void theorists. Are you all right? Your eyes glazed over for a while there. The good news is that the hero is unharmed. Somewhat dazed, yes, but whole of mind and body. Bad news concerns everything else. Lest you forget, the Twelveswood is the domain of the elementals. It is by their leave that man abides in the forest and avails himself of its bounty. The ground which the dungeon occupies is no different. Having no more use for the dungeon, the Gridanians have sent a hero to offer the place back to the elementals by the way of the right of returning, which is essentially an expression of gratitude. Yeah, it stands to serve its purpose. I would like the ability to get the Archon makeup, but I understand that they want it to be exclusive to NPCs. Alas, he failed to complete the ritual for obvious reasons. While the poor soul cannot be blamed for this, the fact remains that unless the elementals are given their due, they may well consider it a slight. The very last thing the Gridanians can afford to do in these uncertain times is risk alienating the 12's eternal guardians. It would be nice if, using the new accessory system that's coming in 7.0, if you could do additional makeup. They're having like facial accessories like glasses, so it would be nice if you could do the Charlian Archon tattoo as that. Have it in different places, but still keep your characters whatever face paint they want. But that's asking a lot. But you have more than done your part. We shall see this hero to safety and send for his peers to finish the rite. In the meantime, please make your way outside and report to Alistan. But where are my manners? I'm Papalimo, and the tactless woman beside me here is... Ida. Papalimo and I are surveying the 12's together. Pleased to meet you. So, Papalimo Totolimo and Ida Hext. Ida, give me a hand, would you? I'm only like 3 feet tall. I'm sorry, forms. I'm only 3 forms tall. Wait, there is something familiar about you. Could it be that you are... Never mind. Doubtless my eyes are playing tricks. Till we meet again. My race wasn't in 1.0, Papalimo. But I appreciate it. Grandpa! Grandpa, he's gonna fight the bad guys. Whoa. Okay, it's just fair skies. And, like, dark. I was worried it was tension and we were gonna fucking run into Odin. It's not blue enough to be tension. Hey, Alistan. All this happened inside Spirit Hold. 12 preserve us. I've already forgotten what voice. Do you have, like, a comb over? No. He's just, like, got, like, weird cornrows. Who was that masked mage? And by what dark ambition is he driven? So many things shrouded in mystery. Well, I shan't find any answers on my own. I must needs discuss this with Galfred. Must needs! This matter warrants a full investigation. If I am any judge, and that shall certainly be my recommendation. Your courage has saved many lives this day, adventurer, and for this you have my deepest gratitude. Pray return to Gridania and seek out Mew. What, no way? Adele Pledgeworth? That name sounds familiar. I understand she wishes to thank you for your efforts on our behalf. I'm guessing that's Adarena, who I have not seen in a long, long time. Are you watching? Are you stream sniping me? Are you in the chat? I hope you're in the chat. Yeah, there you are. Aw, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. That's such a good name for an alt. Alright, in we go. It's grandpa time. Look at him go. I love him so much. So return to Gridania and speak with Meon. Yeah, I know! We've talked about it. I've seen the pictures in the Discord. Welcome back, Graff. A little bird tells me that the hero and his party owe you their lives. A tale for the tavern if ever there was one. It's only a shame that I must ask you not to tell it. For for the time being at least. Do I make myself clear? Of course. Until the hearers have made their will on the matter known, it would be best to avoid unsettling people with stories of walking statues. Yeah, alright. Now then, you must have suitable recompense for your valiant service. For the first half of your reward, I give you leave to make use of the accommodations here at the Guild. Arrangements have been made, so all you need to do is speak with Antoineau whenever you crave the comfort of a firm bed and a soft pillow. Inn rooms now available! For the second half of your reward, I offer you another path to fame and fortune, Guild leaves. Guild leaves suck. Guild leaves are records of various requests we receive from the citizenry. They outline all manner of tasks which ambitious young adventurers like you can elect to undertake. Gontran is our Guild leave official, or leave meet, here at the Caroline Canopy. I have spoken with him regarding your knack for solving challenging problems, and he is eager to make your acquaintance. Guild leaves now available! By the way, have you perchance heard about the coming festival? It is truly a splendid occasion, looked forward to by young and old alike, and one I heartily recommend that you take the time to enjoy. Don't be too disappointed if the recent troubles cast a shadow over proceedings, however. I fear nothing short of the mysterious interloper's apprehension can prevent that. But we're talking about you, Graff. We were talking about you, Graff. You have made Mother proud. I expect great things of you, young man. You're younger than I am. Mion's like 30 or something. On to Bent Branch. Impressed by your progress, Mion wishes to send you to Bent Branch Meadows, where you will find further opportunities to learn. How is my favorite fest-faced adventurer? Oh, do not scowl so. I speak out of habit. You've come a long way since you first walked through my door, and I'll not deny it. As a matter of fact, I think it's about this time you made yourself useful at Bent Branch Meadows in Central Shroud. Unlike the recruits we see at the Bannock, the men and women out in Bent Branch are fully occupied with their own work. As such, I imagine there are more than a few who would welcome the assistance of a rapidly maturing adventurer like yourself. Is that some sort of joke? Bent Branch is also home to a very usefully situated aetheryte. It is, in other words, the perfect place for you to begin the next stage of your journey as an adventurer. And what better time than the present? Leave the city via the Blue Badger Gate and continue to the southwest until you come to a bridge. Cross it, and when you spy an aetheryte in the distance, you may congratulate yourself on successfully having found Bent Branch Meadows. If you so fancy, you may also make use of chocobo portal service. Doubtless the safest way to get to your destination. Joko keeps Singer should not hesitate to lend his birds to a capable adventurer like you. Oh, and be sure to introduce yourself to Katha, the head chocobo wrangler, when you arrive. Alright. Now I do already have my own chocobo meal. Thank you very much for your advice. Look at that, Grandpa. Alright, Durandal, let's go. So travel southwest. Along the road. So you come to a bridge. Cross the bridge. And keep following the road until you see an aetheryte. Like that. There it is. Hey, Keitha. You must be the venturer Mion sent word about. I'm Keitha, head wrangler around these parts. I've heard many and more things about you. Good tidings, lest you worry. When the elder seeds here bade us welcome venturers to say we had our doubts, till hard-working folk like yourself said about proving us wrong, that is. Consider me a convert. Any road. You've a mind to help out with the ranch, have you? Good. We can always do with a hand or two to keep the place running smoothly. As a matter of fact, I've a task right here that wants doing. Let me know if you're ready to get busy. Oh, and you come highly recommended, so don't go letting no one down, eh? You made it to Bent Branch. You shall not trespass. Keitha, the head wrangler at Bent Branch Meadows, appears most distraught. See if there is anything you can do. 7 hells! Some bastard Kakern has gone and broken one of my chocobo eggs. The filthy little thief was busy looting the barn when the guard startled it, prompting the damn thing to drop the egg it was clutching and run. Some of the lads gave chase, bless them, but when 3 more of the vermin appeared, me lot had no choice but to turn back. I think she's supposed to be Irish. Something has got to be done about those Kakern. Would you mind heading over to the matron's lead and having a word with a soldier named Rosaline for me? A rat man nest in her neck of the woods, see? She'll know what to do. Alright. Grandal, let's go. there's real Adarina on her throne. Woo! Shin Adarina. True Adarina. Oshajab and Rosaline. You're here on Keitha's behalf. I see. Broke one of her eggs, you say? And there were 4 of the creatures. The Kakern are a nuisance at the best of times, but we must now add trespass and chocobo murder to their list of transgressions. They have forced our hand. Our retribution must needs be swift and decisive. Must needs! And who better than you to deliver it, adventurer? Find their lair to the west of here and make an example of exactly 4 Kakern scramblers. You can send no clearer message. Well, the character that bears her name. Sorry, Scrambos. Lovable Scrumbos. You will all die. Their noises are so sad. Oh, oops. Yeah, this new mouse, the keypad that I have on it, is much more sensitive. I killed them. She said exactly wait, Hornet Swarm? Hornet Swarm. Yeah. Should be playing Dark Knight with how crazy a slaughter that was. The deed is done. Good. A grim task, but a necessary one. You have shown them the folly of inciting the wrath of those who consort with adventurers. Perhaps now the Kakern will think twice before giving in to their larcenous proclivities. Damn. Hey, Oshajab. Don't look down. Oshajab, a wood whaler at the matron's leave, is looking for a sure-footed adventurer to pluck blue trumpets from the root of a nearby heaven's pillar. Oh there, adventurer. You seem light on your feet. Fancy a quick skip along the route of the heavens pillar here. I need someone to pick off a blue trumpet or 2. I know what you're thinking. It's not more than a mushroom. So why the commotion? I'll tell you why. You allow that fungal menace to multiply, and within a moon they'll be covering the whole damn route and rotting the wood clear through. Just watch your step while you're up there, though. The Diamites on the ground won't waste any time adding insult to falling injuries. Once you're done, head to the top and end of the route and report to Theodore. He'll be glad to hear someone's taking care of one of his more dreaded chores. Yeah. Even the children leave on my mind. Is it Leth? I always thought it was Lead. Alright, where are the other ones? There's one over here. This fate is, Jesus. Treacherous. The platforming becomes much more optional later on, but also much more difficult. They're dead. They're fucking dead. Those rats are dead. I always feel bad for their little... Theodore? Oh, you've cleared the route of the blue trumpets. Wonderful. To be quite honest, I have this teeny-tiny problem with heights. Whew, no, this is not my ideal posting, but we all do what we must. Keeping the route passable is an important job, you see. It's one of the few ways folk can traverse the Central Shroud since a calamity all but split the area in twain.
It is not, perhaps, the easiest pathway to walk, but there are those who believe the will of the matron herself caused this tendril of the heavens pillar to remain thus suspended, that it might serve the forest people. I am rather fond of the notion myself. What else you got? In the grim darkness of the forest, Theodore is looking for an adventurer to deliver a message. Yeah, well, it's because he's posted. That's his posting. He's doing his best. It is, regrettably, my duty to stand watch over the road from here to Bent Branch Meadows. The ranch has become a veritable institution of Gridania, so any threats to its continued operation are taken quite seriously by the woodlanders. Which reminds me, mayhap it was my imagination, but I believe I caught a glimpse of some shadowy fellow not too long ago. Would you mind passing word to Rosaline down below? I would go myself, but, well, it's hard enough marshalling the courage to walk the route for my shift. Alright, buddy. Yeah, he has to watch. He has to keep watch over it. Over this area of Bent Branch. I think at this point in the story, they still are having, like, problems getting people, like, to support. Which is why the adventurers are coming in handy, because there was, like, such a decline in the population after the calamity.
The shadowy fellow? Now that you mention it, I may have seen something. I dismissed it as a trick of the light before, but I thought I saw a shadow in the forest of the north. Still, I suspect it is nothing more than a cocoon thief on the run. If you must sate your curiosity, then by all means investigate. But you actually find something of note, I would very much like to see it.
Alright. To the north, then. Whee! Worn leather bag. Or beg, as Cor would say. Deliver the leather bag to Rosaline. Sure.
You found something?
A tattered leather satchel you found lying near a gutted campfire.
Remnants of a campfire and a forgotten bag. This could belong to any adventurer or traveler.
And inside we have
a chocobo grooming brush and roseling oil. But wait, why would a traveler make camp here when it would be far safer to beg for hospitality at Bent Branch Meadows?
He's definitely not.
Bugger me. I think this belongs to the stranger, said to be meddling with the chocobos. Thank you, adventurer. We have been lax on our duties, but no longer. I swear we will find this shadow.
What else you got? Threat level elevated. Rosaline would like you to warn other sentries of the stranger's activities.
We cannot allow other sentries to dismiss similar sightings. They must know what we have learned. To that end, I've prepared this letter containing everything we know about our mysterious stranger. I need you to show it to my comrades throughout the shroud. Once each sentry has committed the details to memory, have them write their name at the bottom for confirmation. Start with Elmar at the bannock, then find Bernard at the eastern gates of Bent Branch Meadows. They ought to relay the information to the others. Finally, make sure Ilgar sees the letter. He stands watch within the stables, so if this stranger's aim is to harm the chocobos, Ilgar may have to personally put an end to it.
Oh, my reading. My reading comprehension. Alright, so show Rosaline's message to Elmar. Oh, yeah. Don't try to cross the river, because that way lies madness. Okay, I stand corrected. Don't try to cross the river with, without flight. Once you have flight, it's much less of a problem, but, I used to get trapped in there all the time before they added flight to ARR. Hey, Elmar! You don't look like you're here for training. Rosaline's missive. Information regarding a suspicious individual compiled by Rosaline of the Woodwalers. Shadowy figure. Understood. I'll pass word to the recruits as well as the sentries. Let me just make my mark there. That should do it. If you follow the road south, you'll find Bernard by the bridge to Bent Branch. Called Speed Adventurer. To the south. Garandal, let's go. I am just gonna fucking fly across this. Said I wasn't going to. I lied. Promise broken. Hey, Bernard. You have business with me, adventurer. Here. Rosaline is right to be cautious. For the stranger to venture so close, yet goes to such great lengths to remain undetected, is highly suspicious. They clearly have designs on Bent Branch. We appreciate the help. I should write my name here, yes? Yeah. Take it. You'll find Algar in the stables past the Aetheryte. Cool. We're getting there. We're on our way. Hey, Ilgar. On the birds, adventurer. They get nervous around strangers. Here. What's this? Shadowy stranger near the matron's lathe. You've already shown this to Bernard and Elmar, I see. Good, good. And all that's left is to inform the staff here. Not everyone is here as a wood whaler, true, but even our stable boys wouldn't hesitate to take up arms to defend these chocobos. Good for them! I love chocobos. Migrant marauders. Ilgar would like to impose upon the kindness of an adventurer. You're quite the compassionate adventurer by the sound of it. Well, I like chocobos. Graff likes chocobos a lot. Well, far be it from me to look a gift chocobo in the mouth. I have need of a capable man like yourself. We received a peddler at the gates the other day, an excitable Lalafell that was sweating and swearing that he had been attacked by large-winged beasts. Yet other than hornets, I know of no flying creatures in this region. If there's any truth to what he said, it might prove problematic for other travelers. Follow the road south and see if you can find any evidence to support his claim. And, should you find something, kindly tell Lothair to patrol his area sometime instead of just standing beneath the spire and staring at the goddamn road. In those words. Love it. I don't know. I like the little flavor a little bit when like NPCs that you have no history of are like, tell that motherfucker to get off his ass. Like, I have no stake in this battle, but I appreciate the delicious, delicious flavor. Vulture egg. It's a pretty large fucking egg. For the beating of wings. Ah! It was the Windows key. Hey, Lothair. They said get out. The guy said to get off your fucking ass. Northern Vulture, too? And they were defending a nest? Perhaps you could omit the last detail from any official reports. I would rather not give Ilgar any further cause to be cross. Thank you for slaying the... Get out of here. Thank you for slaying the beasts. You may rest assured that I will not permit this to happen again. A hearer is often late. What are you doing? Get out of here. Lothair, a guard at Galvant's spire, wants you to visit the hedge tree. I have another task for you, adventurer. I need you to head to the hedge tree in the southwest of here and speak with Hero Leon. Yeah, just threatening me. Leonie. After tending to the hedge tree, the hero is scheduled to board a boat for the mirror planks. Well, the vessel's departure time is come and gone, but there's still no sign of her. Knowing how absorbed the hero becomes in her work, I am not unduly concerned. Armel, however, was responsible for organizing Leonie's transportation and is likely wondering if her wayward passenger is ever going to arrive. Perhaps a gentle reminder is in order. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Off we go. Oh, look at that grandpa. Look at him go. Hey, Leonie. I heard you were absorbed in your work.
Yes, what troubles you, my dear? Ah, yes, the boat. I had quite forgotten. Oh, my task with the hedge tree is well and finished, but the elementals murmur of a malevolent presence in the vicinity of the Tom Tara Deepcroft. I must abide a while longer, that I might better divine the source of the elemental's distress. Please inform Armel that I shall be late in arriving.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Armel already knows that you're gonna be late, but Considering you haven't shown up yet? That poor bastard. Tom Tara Deepcroft. That place sounds like it sucks. And Dynamite just fucking posing at me. Menacing me. Going come at, dude, a little come at me, bro. Here, Mel. You got a message from Hero Leone? An evil presence in the Deepcroft. That does sound grave indeed. I shall organize a vessel for a later time then. Perhaps a bell from now, too. Better make it 3 just to be safe. I give you your trouble. Armel, what else do you got? Salvaging the scene. Armel, a local at the Mirror Planks, wishes you to salvage cargo from a wreckage on the road. Might you assist me with another matter, sir? A wagon that departed from Quarry Mill was overturned on the road when some large, ill-tempered forest beast chose that moment to defend its territory. By Nerficus' grace, the driver escaped without serious injury, but the wagon's cargo was not so fortunate. With none willing to risk another encounter with the creature, I can only assume the goods remain strewn across the ground where the incident occurred. If we follow the road here to the south, and you should come across a wreckage. Salvage what cargo you can and deliver it to Keitha at Ben Branch Meadows, if you would be so kind. Alright, hup. Let's get some cargo. Yeah. Unfortunately, I would have to sink down to its level. So this fart gas zone. Oh, Toady! Fuck you, Toady. Oh, it was suck on this, Toady. That was the that was from like 3 years ago. Suck on this shit, Toady. Okay, we got the thing. I hope someone comes back for that covered wagon. It didn't seem to be in particular disrepair. Suck on this, Toady. Bam! Let's go. Let's get there. Man, I fucking love this game. Even the humble beginnings. Hey, Keitha. You have a delivery for me? Fallen cargo. Though the crate is splintered in several places, it does not appear that its contents were damaged in the fall. Ah, this is the shipment I was waiting for from Quarry Mill. I heard the wagon ran afoul of some great monstrosity just up the path from the Mirror Planks, but I see you managed to scrape together a few bits and pieces. Seems I can't get through 2 bells these days without hearing some new tale of horrors in the Deepcroft or bandit cutthroats prowling the woods hereabouts. Makes me wonder if chocobos are safe at night. If we're ever in need of adventurous skills, I hope you'll be around to lend a hand. Alright, where to next? Leia's Legacy. Leia! Lucalaw! Oh God, please no! Leia's egg! Graff, you must help me. I stepped out of the stables, but for a moment when I returned, it was gone! What was gone? An egg! Sorry. You're sure the chocobos will lay another? You do not understand! The egg is extremely valuable! I must find it! Leia's Legacy. Lucalo at Ben Branch Meadows seeks your assistance in finding a lost chocobo egg. You'll help me, won't you, Graff? Oh, thank you. Someone must have made off with it. There can be no other explanation. I shall scour every elm of the stable once more just to be sure, but while I do so, I should be very grateful if you would ask the others if they noticed anything unusual. Graff would be very sympathetic. He raised Durandal from an egg. Hey. It's important. See anyone acting suspicious? I most certainly did, lad. A man, and he was running off towards Tam Tara Deepcroft. He said egg was took. I'd say that was your culprit. Well, why would anyone pitch a chocobo egg? Without the proper learning, it's damn near impossible to get one to hatch. I don't think people eat them, either. Like, you don't eat chocobo eggs? Leodare. A chocobo egg is gone missing. Well, let me think. Now you mention it, the chocobos were making quite a racket earlier. So much so, in fact, I ran over to check on him, almost flattening a passing peddler in my haste. I didn't find anything out of the ordinary, though. Could I describe the peddler? He was an elven fellow. Didn't recognize his face, seemed awfully twitchy. Oh, God, you don't think he... Why the hells didn't I accost him? Why didn't I beat his ass? I should have punched him right in his stupid, smug, swiving face. Should have scalped him right there. Bernard, have I seen any old characters about? Aside from yourself, you mean? Not that I recall. I did see someone calling the birds, but only from a distance. I assumed it was Niccolo. But if you say he was away from the stables at the time, then who was with the chocobos? I don't know why he was French. Look, they can't all be the exact same variant of my, like, 3 voices that I have. Lucolo, are you still losing it? Are you still going nuts? And that was when I told him it was as big as a house. There could be no mistake then. The egg was indeed stolen. And from what you've told me, this was no simple robbery. The culprit should take only Leia's egg and disregard all the rest tells me they were dealing with someone well-versed in chocobo breeding. I'm sorry to say that the individual in question is like to be a citizen of my native Ishgard. Oh, he should be French. Leia, you see, is of the bloodline of Oranos, one of the greatest birds ever to grace the Ishgardian stable. Many a man in my homeland would give his right arm to possess one of Leia's eggs. Gods, I should have foreseen this. We must give chase at once! Hold your chocobos, Lucolo. If this egg thief's from Ishgard, like you say, why'd he go running off towards Top Tower Deepcroft? Unless I've got me mental map upside down, that's the opposite direction. Well, yes, but he may seek to Leopold's trail, or, why if it is not important? Leia's egg is all that matters! I'll fetch you right back if you want the scoundrel down and take back what he stole! Well, at least you ain't planning on chasing after him yourself. Or wherever he's from. It may work wonders with our birds, Graff, but accident and do ain't exactly our field. If you don't mind, we'll leave that end of things to you. Like murder and hitting things with an axe. With luck, you may catch the thief on the road to Tabtar Deepcroft, but you be careful! We cannot be certain he's working alone in this. He's still losing his mind. I've decided. He looked very calm and collected, but inside he was suffering. I'll just make arbitrary decisions about the voice acting and add character headcanon. So the first time I did this took me like an hour to figure out that it was on top of this and not like in the Deepcroft. Took me a really long time. Kuplu Kopo. This thing from level 18. It was standing under the marker. It was before we had like height markers that showed you if it was above or below you. John Remy Blackheart. I've caught you at last, you spiteful imp. I hand over the egg! You can't have it, Kupo. This egg belongs to Lucolo. Hey, fucklet! Who in the Lord's bloody fury are you? Oh, those Psalms and Bedbranch hired themselves an adventurer, did they? Oh, you guys are so fucked. Yet another complication. This house has gone on long enough. Kill the Moogle and the farmer's hireling and bring me that damned egg so he can see the fucking Moogle. You will not have Leia's egg, Kupo. Hey, fucklet. How do you like me? Ugh. He's telling that he looks... Yeah, I am. You feel this one, you obstinate cur. Bam. You're winning, Kupo! Yeah, I am. Apparently that guy shows up in Palace of the Dead later. Hey, Kopo. Thank you, Kupo. Is that egg? Is that Kupo? How did I come to be out here? Yeah, sure. Well, this egg here is Leia's. Leia's a very special chocobo, in case you didn't know. Anyway, I was having a nap in the stables when that nasty fellow crept in and tried to steal it, Kupo. Yeah, I know. It's like, they're already, like, retconning that actively as you play the game. The game is being written as we play it. So I snatched it up as quickly as I could and made a run for it. I mean, I was planning to take it back to Bent Branch Meadows myself, but it might be safer if you did it. I'm sure Luke-a-Lot will be very happy to see you, Kupo. Leave it to me! Oh, Grandpa time! What a hero. Grandpa loves chocobos. Graff knows a lot about chocobo husbandry, and it is literally why he learned to read the Aorcean alphabet. I'm gonna try not to editorialize about my fix too much. Yeah, I know! Like, yeah, like I said, the game is being written as we play it. And or rewritten. See a fucking Frothdar and a white chocobo, you're like, oh, that's Graff. Graff loves chocobos. You know the egg? Is it safe? Leia's egg. You must deliver this egg, adventurer. It's our only hope. So, you read them every time. You read the item descriptions every time. It's important. Yes, has the right coloring, the right weight. It is most definitely Leia's egg. I know not how to thank you. You had me worried there for a bit, Graff. Just good to see you and the egg back safe and sound. There was like a dude, and he stole it, and then a Moogle got it back. So I was correcting my assumption that a Nishgardien was involved, albeit one who did not, in fact, make off with the egg. Well, I could hardly have anticipated the intervention of a Moogle. Look at me! Couldn't be the same one, could it? Might you have encountered our unlikely saver before, Keitha? Could be, one of them saved my hide back when the calamity struck. I was in a part of the woods we now call the Standing Courses that day. Seemed like the whole bleeding forest was ablaze, and I couldn't see a yawm in front of me for all the smoke. Well nigh giving up hope I had. Then all of a sudden, a Moogle appears out of nowhere, tugs at my smoldering sleeve, and leads me straight to a bit of wood where the fire hadn't taken hold. Now you know why my business is named Moogle's Gift Mounts. Seems like the least I could do. I'd be dead if it weren't for that plucky little bugger. Incredible. It may well be that the Moogle has stood vigil over us since that day. Ha! We better get back to work then. Wouldn't want to go letting our guardian angel down, would we? Graff, you have our thanks. Oh, and I believe Luke-a-Lot wants to give you a little something for your troubles. Do you, Luke-a-Lot? Do you want to give me something for my troubles? Leia's egg is irreplaceable. I cannot well express to you the depth of my gratitude. And yet, I find that I am still troubled. While this whole regrettable episode unfolded, I bore witness to a sight that greatly concerned me. Dread is in the air. Luke-a-Lot appears to be in need of assistance. My thanks for your kindness earlier. I hate to impose again, but I have need of your assistance in another matter, one of grave import, I fear. Of late, I have noticed that exotic dirigibles have been appearing over the Twelveswood with increasing regularity. The frequency, however, does not bother me near so much as where they choose to fly, the patch of sky directly above the Guardian Tree. The tree is a sacred site, or so I was given to believe when I first came to Gridania, and thus I naturally assumed that the elementals would not suffer the insult to profane it. Yet the birdmen have been coming and going as they please, with nary a sign of protest from the Guardians of the Twelveswood. And it was that which set me to thinking. Ever since the appearance of the much-talked-about suspicious individual, many and more strange things have been occurring in the forest. Could it be that he did something to the elementals? In case it proved useful, I have committed the details of my sightings to parchment, and would ask that you deliver the documents to Mother Mione. Please make all haste. I have an irrepressible feeling that something terrible is about to happen. Alright. So what we are going to do is just go back to New Gridania via teleport. Yeah, the Moogle thing doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Feels like they wrote it and then they were like, well, shit. Also, if you didn't know about this, you don't have to go all the way around. You can just go through there. Hey, Mione. What's the haps?
Hello there, Graff. Word of your tireless efforts at Bent Branch Meadows has reached my ears. The folk there have naught but highest praise for you. You certainly have a knack for making Mother proud. Keep up the good work, you hear? A letter from Luculov.
Luculov's letter, a sealed envelope entrusted to you by Bent Branch Meadows chocobo keep, Luculov.
I haven't the slightest inkling of what this could be about. Gods be good! There's a drawing of a naked man in here. I've a mission for you, Graff. Suffice to say, it is urgent. I fear it may also prove dangerous, however, so you must be prepared. Make what arrangements you can and report back to me the moment you are ready.